So, hi YouTube. I wanted to do this update. I know it's been a while. The last few years have been really kind of crazy. I, well, where to start? About 2.5 years ago, Master disappeared one day. He just didn't come online, and none of his friends had seen him, and nobody really knew what happened or where he went or what was going on. A few months later, we found out that he had gone to the doctor and he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and it was very advanced. The prognosis wasn't good. They put him in the hospital. He spent about a year in the hospital. About lost him several times. Nobody really expected him to live. We didn't think he was going to live, and I hadn't heard any news for, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, and we had just basically assumed that he had passed away, and was kind of going through the grief process when about a year after he disappeared, he came online. He had been released from the hospital. He had been declared cancer free. Everything was going good. They said he just needed to regain his strength, because his body had been through chemo and all those drugs and like this whole traumatic experience. And so everything was really, really good. And it was like, I mean, wow, because basically he came back from the dead. I mean, we had this whole second chance, which was like so amazing. And he introduced me to a friend of his who's a dominant, and his name is Master T. And he wanted me to get to know him so that just in case, not that anybody was expecting anything else to happen, but just in case something else ever did happen, that I wouldn't be left in the dark and Master T could keep me updated. And I think maybe kind of, well, Master T thinks that Master Fred wanted him to basically look out for me. But so everything was going really good for 6 months, except for Master was just really tired, and the doctors kept telling him, that's to be expected. That's okay. You've been through this. Your body has been through this whole traumatic thing. You shouldn't even be alive. I mean, it's just like a whole miracle that he's alive. So, and then about at the 6 month mark, he went back to the doctor, and they put him back in the hospital. His prostate cancer had come back with a vengeance, basically. It had taken over all its organs. It was so far advanced that there was nothing they could do. They just put him in the hospital, basically on hospice. I don't remember what they call it in New Zealand. It's no hospice, but it's basically the same thing, to make him comfortable. And he was in there, I guess, for, I don't know, 2.5 months before he passed away. I never really got to say goodbye the first time or the second time. It was really hard. Master T kept me updated, of course, and even though I couldn't be there in person, it was still just heartbreaking, because we were basically just waiting for him to die. And I mean, he wasn't even in there. Friends would go to visit, and he just wasn't even in there. He was not himself, and he was suffering. And so it was kind of a relief when he finally passed away. I mean, it wasn't any less heartbreaking, and of course, I couldn't go to the funeral, and I didn't get to say goodbye, and that can be a really hard thing. And I don't really want to get into those feelings right now, because it's been a year now since Master Fred passed away, and it can still be pretty raw sometimes. But I just wanted to do the update. I guess it was a little over a year ago that I met my current master. He was introduced to me by my first master as just a friend from his from racing, just, somebody to talk to. And we talked for a while. I didn't know that he was a dominant, and he didn't know that I was a submissive, and My first master had no idea that he was a dominant either, and he didn't have any idea that my first master was a dominant. Anyway, we talked for about 2 weeks, and they finally just asked him, are you a dominant? And he was like, yes, how'd you know? So, lucky guess. Actually, it wasn't a lucky guess, So, we talked for a while, and I was basically going to leave online. There wasn't really anything left. I didn't think there was anything left. But he kept coming on every day, saying that the only reason that he came online was to see me and to talk to me, and that I brightened his day. And it was, I don't know, it was somebody to talk to. It was nice. And of course, Master T was there too, and he was helping me to deal with Master Fred's passing, and I was a mess, I'm sure. But yeah, anyway, he told me one day that, he said, one of these days, I'm gonna own you. And I laughed at him. Told him good luck with that. I don't see that happening. And then he told me also one day, he said, one of these days, not only am I gonna own you, but I am gonna share you. I'm gonna send you out to other dominants, and it's gonna be me that you want to come home to. And I just laughed. I said, yeah, right. In your dreams, buddy. Dude, you have no clue. Anyway, a little over a year later, he owns me. I've submitted to him. He's my master. He does send me out to other doms, and when he does, it's him I want to come home to. So, I guess he's the one laughing now. So, also, in the last 3 years, I have had, actually in the last 5 years, I have had some major health issues. Almost 5 years now, 5 doctors. They've finally, I think, diagnosed everything, and we're getting some things under control and getting, this stuff is not going to go away, but it can be controlled and it can be managed and it can be treated. But we had to figure out what it was first. And then I kept having these doctor issues. One doctor, well, actually 2 doctors moved. One was killed in a car crash. One was so stupid I refused to see her again. And then doctor number 5, of course, wants to start over and redo all the testing and everything. So anyway, we finally got that all resolved. So I'm getting my health back on track. Doing well with Master. Doing well with Master Fred's passing. Still miss him. He was awesome. He was. My new master is awesome as well. Totally awesome. So I'm doing okay. I plan to do some more videos. My master wants me to do more videos, and I have some ideas on some things that I want to talk about. Like I said, I was looking at some of the old videos, and wow, I am just not even that person anymore. I'm just not that person. I'm such a totally different person. I've just grown and changed so much, been through so much, so many things have changed, which, I imagine everybody goes through that in life. That's just how life works. But I do plan to do more videos soon. And to all my subscribers, thank you. I appreciate that you, didn't delete me when I disappeared. It's really nice. It's nice to hear from you. I do read your comments. I don't always respond, but I do read them. And I appreciate them, and I appreciate all of you guys who watch my videos. And I will be trying in the next few weeks. It's going to take a little while because right now life is just crazy. But I will be trying to do some new videos, and that's about it, I guess. I just guess I wanted to say, hey, I'm alive. This is what's been going on. Life's been crazy. It's been a hard few years. Things are better now, and that's it. Okay. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for watching.